And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes in his finest formal attire. I just kind of feel like this shirt requires like a small gold chain right here, of which I do not own because I'm not Italian. And I just feel like the outfit's not complete until I have that. That's just me though. Look, it's a Thursday tradition. You already know what it is. 2K is going to go ahead and tease what they're dropping tomorrow to get us all excited, get us all rock hard and whatever. And I would say that they absolutely succeeded in doing that this time. I thought it was going to be a pretty big pack opening, but Jesus, I was not prepared for what we're getting. First off, if you're one of the 4,757 names on this level 40 Josh Giddey thing, congratulations. These can't all be creators, right? There's just no way. There's not this many creators in the 2K My Team sphere, right? Is there a whole iceberg that I don't know about? I don't know. But there's no way all these people are creators. If there are, there is going to be a bubble and it will burst soon. Like Luna or Safe MT. Wait, Safe MT. No, Safe Coin. Yeah. Which is a funny name because it's not safe. Oh boy, let's get to the first one. We got Penny Hardaway. Invincible Penny, honestly, pretty cool. I did not expect this to happen, at least this early. I didn't expect Penny to get a card, but it kind of makes sense though because Penny was like a premier card in my team this year, which I believe that's the first time he's ever been a really premier option. I think, right? I mean, I remember people using him in 2K20 for a bit, but I don't remember Penny ever really being like a premier must-have card in my team ever. A lot of that is due to the fact that position locks weren't a thing until 2K20, so even though he's a 6-7 point guard, people would never use him because they could just run like AK or Hito or something at point. Like, it didn't really matter. So, Penny's going to be stupid. He is. His jump shot's not the greatest, but on very quick, it's really, really solid. Is he going to be the best point guard in the game? I don't know. It kind of depends. I mean, he's an invincible card, so he's going to be top 5 no matter what. This is going to kick Magic right out the top 5 point guards in the game conversation that I was just having with just myself yesterday. So interesting. Penny Hardaway looks relatively good. So he only has an invincible card. So we actually don't know what the set is that's dropping tomorrow at all. The reason I'm recording this video earlier than I normally do, normally I wait until like 7 or 8 to record these videos, is because the stuff they dropped, there's just no way they're going to top it at this point. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. So Penny being the first one is very interesting, and Penny's going to be great. He's going to be like a top 5 point guard, probably top 3, I would guess. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I would say top 3. Like, I think Luka and MJ will still be, if not above him, like right at the same level. It's just remains to be seen what happens with like Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is going to be up there too, but I actually believe what a lot of other people believe, which is that he plays better at the power forward, personally. Giannis. I'll be honest, I did not expect Giannis. I truly did not expect Giannis. I really didn't. It's really early for Giannis, but it was really early for out of position Giannis too. And honestly, he didn't break the game that much. So I would expect this one to be relatively similar, but also he's an invincible card. So, you know, this is about to be rough. And like his hero version isn't going to be a slouch. Like his hero version is basically going to be the same, but I could actually see them doing like a, not necessarily a quote-unquote lower tier card because he's still a dark matter Giannis. He's going to be just fine. But I could see him only having like 40 badges and then invincible badges. Invincible Giannis having like obviously the 65. That's standard for an invincible card. I could totally see that. It remains to be seen though. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm glad everything that 2K has put into this game, you know, it's like a running meme that people always laugh and they're like, 2K concentrates more on sweat than anything else. But like, if you look at Giannis here, everything else is like pixelated and kind of doesn't look very good. But then you get to the sweat beads and they're pristine. Chef's kiss for the sweat beads, like without a doubt. Giannis is going to be stupid. He'll easily be like 3 million MT. If that, I mean a base level one, which a base level invincible card doesn't mean anything. I think it just burped into the microphone. I don't care. Yeah, I mean a base level one's like, there's really no difference. I mean, I'm sure he'll have a couple shooting badges that aren't going to be Hoff, but for the most part, he's going to be an absolute tyrannical demon. It doesn't really matter what's going on. And then as predicted, we did get Kobe. I expected... What the fuck is this? What is this, dude? No fucking way. Why does he look like Jay Leno? Dude? No fucking way, dude. Why? Why do they make him look like Jay Leno, dude? Oh shit, no way. Why did they do this? Hold on, let me get a young picture of my boy Jay Leno here. Yeah, let's get a nice young Jay Leno. Okay, well he looks like a shifty piece of shit in this picture. I know it's a child. I don't even care. Why did they do this, dude? Oh god. Okay. And why does he look like fat Josh Peck in this picture? That's crazy. That's hilarious, to be completely honest with you. That's nuts. Like, why did they do this to Kobe Bryant, dude? They've been so good about the art direction this year. Like, I have to give them props. Like, they've been fantastic in relation to the, like, card art and everything like that. But then, like, why does he have this weird grin on his face down here, too? Like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Why does he look like Dunktober Jokic down here? What is happening, dude? Why? This is a troll job. It has to be. There's no other way. Like, it has to be a troll job. There's just no way that they did this on purpose. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all, dude. I just don't. Like, there's no possible way they don't know what they're doing here. There's no way, right? Like, they have to know what they're doing. This is awesome, dude. And then we got serious Kobe down here. We got like the 3 stages of Kobe over here. Awesome, dude. Hilarious. Return of Heroes already starting out great, to be honest. I'm super excited. Based solely on this Kobe picture. Like, why did they do this to him? Why does he look like that? All right. Kobe. I mean, look, he's going to obviously have Kobe Bryant base on very quick. Like, the dribble style, I think they switch. I think they give him a quick dribble style. He doesn't have Kobe dribble style, which I think is fine. Obviously, he has Kobe escape. Like, everything else I could see staying the same, but I would assume that he has like Scottie Pippen behind the back, which I think the Kyrie Irving behind the back was like a paramount of Kobe, though. I think that was kind of cool. Like, every Kobe card he had, you know, Kyrie behind the back, which wasn't quite meta, but it's good enough in its own way. I know some people hate it, but I actually don't mind this behind the back at all. Not quite as good as Dame's. I wish they would at least give him Dame's. I'm just tired of every single card having Scottie Pippen behind the back. It's super cheesy. It's very easy to use, but Dame's is just as cheesy and just as easy to use, in my opinion. So it'd be cool to see them have something different. The tendencies are going to be elite. The badge count's going to be ridiculous. I would say the only thing he's like not going to have at Hoff is probably like triple threat juke, and then maybe he doesn't have like rim protector or break wall, which everyone's going to like fiendishly try to put on him, even though it doesn't matter. No one's going to try to back Invincible Kobe down in the paint. Like, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. So the real question, though, is like, what's up with the hero version of the card? Is the hero version of the card going to have 65 Hoff badges, or is the hero card going to have like 40 something? You know what I mean? Or like 35. That's where the real question is going to come in. And personally, I hope that the hero card has like 35 Hoff badges, right? And the reason I hope this is because I just want a slightly more affordable but still meta version of these cards. You know what I mean? It'd be cool to see one with Penny too, but obviously that's not the case. We're not getting a hero version of Penny, which is disrespectful to Penny Hardaway's legacy. Either way. Then we got big Giannis over here. I mean, Giannis is going to have Giannis base on very quick. This is what's going to be the big selling point for Giannis, though, right? And the reason that people are going to use the Giannis we're getting tomorrow over this one, most people play this Giannis at small forward anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right? I don't think I've ever actually ran into this card at shooting guard. Like, I haven't, right? What's going to change is his dribble style. I guarantee he has quicker, or I was going to say slasher, but quicker shifty dribble style. I would be shocked if he had a different crossover. I really don't think he will, but I could see 2K just nuking his entire like dribble set and just giving him a whole new dribble set. And that's going to be a whole different thing when it comes to Giannis, dude, because that's going to be the main issue. Now, as far as badges, I would assume that he has majority of them. I think he won't have Chef. That's my theory, is that Chef will be the one that he doesn't have, which is perfect because people who have Hoff Chef can get the Giannis, put Chef on him, he'll go for instantly like 200 more K for sure. That's probably one of the only badges he doesn't have outside of like maybe Hook Specialist. I think all the other shooting badges he probably has. If he's going to be lacking anything, it'll probably be like Chef or I don't think it's going to be Limitless. I think it's going to be Chef. I mean, this card couldn't get Limitless, which I kind of forgot about, to be honest. So it's possible maybe he doesn't have Limitless and he does have Chef. He's going to have one and won't have the other, in my opinion. Now, I could be totally wrong about that. He could have everything except like Rhythm Shooter. I don't know. Who knows, man? I don't know. Then we got Big Penny out here. Jump shot 10 on very quick. If you want to test the card out without spending an absurd amount of MT, if you want to test the jump shot out, go pick up this card, because this card will have the same jump shot, and this card's like 2,000 MT. Right? The exact same jump shot, or the out of position one. Either way, it doesn't matter. The same card. I personally don't think it's terrible. Like, this Penny Hardaway was super meta, but the problem is, obviously, he played power forward center. Like, if this card played point guard, he would have been every budget team's point guard. No question. With the dribble moves he has, the jump shot, the badge count, like, I don't know what he wouldn't have. That's kind of where I'm at right now with Penny. Like, I don't know what he wouldn't have. I would expect like brick wall and rim protector and like worm, like in addition to like post badges, or what he's not going to have on the invincible version of himself. So, I mean, it's not much you can do in regards to like, you know, how can I prep for this to make MT? I mean, you can't. Unless you have the Hoff badges already, there's not much you can do unless you go do the Giddy challenge and then pick brick wall, which I think is a smart call, honestly. But at the same time, that relies on the fact that you'll pull this card, which I would say most likely you will not. So I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Somebody needs to be the father figure in this community and keep things real up in here. You will not get the card. You can dream all you want to. I'm sorry to crush your dreams and throw them in the trash can, but you will not get any of these invincible cards out of packs tomorrow. I'm sorry, you won't. You probably won't. Yeah, you might get lucky, but you probably won't get lucky. It's kind of like how they say every kid can grow up to be president, but unless you're from like a super white old money family, you're probably not going to be able to be president. That's kind of how I feel about pulling the invincible cards as well. So let's go take a look at the market and see what's up. You know, I really need to invest in an ad blocker, because I just realized I was staring at a advertisement for stuffed cheesy bread, and now I'm hankering for stuffed cheesy bread. I guess the targeted ad actually worked. Now, Scottie Pippen may fall in value just a little bit. At the end of the day, I mean, there's going to be psychos who want to run a full invincible lineup, so like these cards aren't going to drop very much. Scottie, I predicted, will drop. It's just, I don't think he drops now. Now's not the time. I think once we get another T-Mac, which realistically could be announced at 7 o'clock. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but it's possible. Right? Scottie's still going to be 800, 900K. Doesn't matter. Shaq Diesel's not going anywhere because they didn't announce a single big man, so it really doesn't matter. He's still going to be a top-tier guy, and he's still going to be a million MT. It's not even going to be remotely close. I mean, obviously, we're going to see drops in those guys due to no one buying cards tonight, but at the same time, Magic is a weird one. We are getting an Oscar Robertson tomorrow, which could very well be a Dark Matter Oscar. In addition to, obviously, we're getting Penny Hardaway. So we could see someone like Magic Johnson drop to buyout prices, which I think he's worth that. AK too. I could see AK be a buyout as well. He's already been teetering on the edge as well. So if you're going to buy these guys, definitely look for badged up versions, even just a couple Hoff badge editions, because they definitely are out there. And people will put them up for nothing because they don't care. Nobody cares about MT this year because everyone bought MT. So no one cares about MT. You know what I mean? So people will have a 35 Hoff badge AK and just put them up for 100K. They don't care because like they have 2.9 million. They don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't matter, right? Zach LaVine will probably be a buyout too. I don't recommend picking him up. I think he's on his way to being outdated, at least partially. Every card is going to be cheap tonight, but I think this is the calm before the storm. I think the market's going to be topsy-turvy all over the place tomorrow, and the reason being is because, especially with Giannis, Giannis is a good case study in this. What ends up happening when we have these huge pack reveals is people fool themselves into thinking that they're going to be able to pay for the cards or be able to pull them from packs, which they're not. So they end up going back and either rebuying or like trying to buy a new version of the card they sold the night before. That happens all the time. And Giannis is the one who it happens to the absolute most. Every single year this happens with Giannis, right? The old Giannis is still expensive. A new Giannis comes out. Everyone sells their old Giannis's. They try to get the new one, realize they can't go back and buy their old Giannis for more than they sold it for, right? That happens every single time we get a new Giannis. It also happens to happen with LeBron too sometimes, but Giannis is one of those. He's one of those cards that 2K can't help themselves but put out every like 2 months, so it happens really often with him more so than anyone else. So I don't know. Are there anyone that you should specifically target this evening? Tough. I mean, you can get a badged up and shoot up D-Rob for under 100K, which I still think is a very good value, honestly, especially if you don't really care. It's hard for me to say yes, though, just because Hakeem is arguably just as good and a fraction of the cost. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, D-Rob is slightly better for sure, but Hakeem is right there. I'm being serious. I really believe he's right there. You could lock in for Mullen for relatively cheap, 200K roughly. That's the cheapest he's been in a long period of time. Ever, I think, to be honest. I might even look into locking in for Dissinger just for funsies. Cedric Maxwell is still going to be too expensive to lock in for because there's only ever one Magic Johnson, like, at all. It'd be really cool if 2K would allow us to get this Magic Johnson so that people could have Cedric Maxwell that don't want to spend, 800K MT on one singular card. You know what I mean? LaMelo, I think, will take a price hit as well due to Penny Hardaway just because they're very similar players. LaMelo does have real-life hype outside of 2K, which Penny Hardaway really doesn't have in the year of our Lord 2022. So that could cause his price to inflate a little bit and stay a little higher than normal. And honestly, it's not worth picking up the signature version, but the price difference is so inconsequential at this point that it doesn't really matter. You might as well, if you got the MT for it, just grab the signature version of him and Wild. I mean, the price difference is like 50K. It really doesn't matter. Now, do I think Hoff Posterizer is worth 50K? Not necessarily, but, something to think about. We also get in the little token reward. I'm wondering if they're going to do something with the actual token market. Like, at this point, 2K might as well just give us packs in here that are, like, affordable. Because, like, MT is already being easy to come by. I mean, people have god-awful amounts of MT at this point. I mean, people are selling cards for 9 million MT, which is, like, insane. Like, I would be willing to bet if you went back to like 2K17, if you took a quarter, like a straight up quarter of the player base back in 2K17 and combined all their MTs, I guarantee they don't have 9 million MT. But then we have singular people with 9 million MT and multiple of them, which is insane. I don't think any of these cards go up in value that lock in for tokens, and the reason I say that is just because I don't think Anton Jameson and Oscar Robertson are really that sought after. Now, will they be good? Absolutely, yeah. Anton will be really solid. And Oscar, granted, he's quote-unquote only 6'5". I just realized my camera's not on. It's whatever. You can't see me. It's fine. You can't see me or my one piece of hair that's been sticking up to the side for the last, 3 hours. It's fine. Regardless, I got dressed up for no reason. This is probably one of the cheaper sets to lock in the cold-blooded set. I mean, the most expensive card is Peja at 40. So I mean, if you're looking for tokens, there's relatively cheap options to get tokens, but at the same time, should you do that? No, I don't think so personally. I just don't think either of them are really going to be good. I'll bring back the 5-minute gameplay series tomorrow after work just to, spice it up and review one of the cards because I'm going to get one of them. I just don't know which one yet. Probably Oscar Robertson, but I don't imagine he'll be that much better than his Metamorphosis one, so I really don't care that much. Yeah, I just can't see it. How can he be that much better than that card at this point? I would assume he has the same SIGs as an EVO Metamorphosis one, but as always, it's been your boy Cheat Blues. Look, I'll be here tomorrow opening packs, probably getting frustrated on my lunch break, driving back to work, just mad. You already know how I'm going to get down. So hopefully I have some luck. Wish me luck. Have a good night. Peace.